This is an interesting record of a type I've not seen before. It's called a 4-in-1. That's the label, and it's called that because there's actually a lot of material recorded on each side. So much so, in fact, let's get it in focus, thank you, that there's a band there and there are two distinct numbers on each side, hence 4-in-1. Now, what's on this side? It's two numbers, both Fox-trots, recorded by Nat Starr and his orchestra. Never heard of them before, so I'll have a look and see if I can find any information about the band leader and his orchestra on YouTube, on the internet. Now the numbers are called "The Girl in the Little Green Hat" and "What Would Ya Like for Breakfast?" Oh, I think the clock's about to strike. Yes. While that's doing that, I'll just explain. I've done this video once already and it turned out sideways, so I'm hoping for a more successful result on this occasion. Now, in the first time through, they're quite natty little foxtrot numbers, so I'm going to play them. But in the first one, there was a record flaw and the record stuck and I had to move it on. But let's see, it might not do it this time. And because there's a lot of material on this and a very small margin towards the centre of the record, I've got the machine set on a manual, hence the short spindle. Otherwise it might shut off too soon. Here we go anyway.
you like for lunch at noon? Isn't it wonderful that we're really going on a honeymoon? Look at the clock, it's almost 11. We're gonna be in heaven soon. Isn't it wonderful that we're really going on a honeymoon? We'll take the car and ride away until we reach our nest. And in our little hideaway, when you can guess the rest. What would you like for breakfast tomorrow? What would you like for lunch at noon? Isn't it wonderful that we're really going on a honeymoon?
There we are. So we did have a hiccup on the first track. I'm sorry about that, but that's all part of the 78 record experience. You've not lived till you've had a sticking record. And I thought you'd just be interested to have a look at these record sleeves actually. Of course, the manufacturers supplied the records to the dealers in paper sleeves with a printed design on them, bearing the company name, whatever. But dealers, of course, used an opportunity there to advertise by replacing the manufacturer's paper sleeves with more permanent cardboard ones with their name and business particulars on. And when you buy second-hand records, you'd be amazed at the diversity of these sleeves that sort of just finds its way into your ownership. We have one here from Glasgow, one here from Sheffield, and another here from Carlisle. What's also interesting is you will notice these businesses, this one anyway, certainly J.W. Semple & Sons, is essentially a piano business. And I suspect that they established in the 1880s, and they moved into recorded sound to gramophones as a move from being piano dealers and general music shop presumably. This was a very common step, and of course when the acoustic gramophone started to be superseded by, for home entertainment, the radio and electric I should say, reproduction, they naturally moved into that field as well. So we have what were piano shops acting as agents for the big radio manufacturers and going into the radio business. Now, there was another route into the radio business which wasn't musical at all. It was bicycle shops. Now, of course, they were equipped to deal with all these mechanical contrivances, and I suppose had technical heads on their shoulders, and radio appealed to them. They also had quite often a facility that music shops didn't have, which was more readily available to them because of the technical knowledge they possessed. A capacity to charge accumulators, which early radios needed, until mains current became ubiquitous, and that didn't happen, of course, for many decades after the establishment of radio as a mainstream form of entertainment. A lot of sets were battery sets, and you needed an accumulator, a rechargeable cell that was used to run the heaters in your valves. You had a high tension battery as well for another purpose within the set. But this charging of accumulators was what got the bicycle trade linked into the radio, and Curry's, the high street name we know now for electrical contrivances. Well, it's originally a bicycle shop. Curry's was a bicycle shop. So there we are, a bit of background information for you on the way the trade developed and how it operated. Well, I need to finish this gin and tonic now, because it's, look at it there, it's asking for attention, begging for attention. So I shall leave you until tomorrow, when I shall find yet another cheery tune to entertain. Bye for now.